The British Medical Journal in 2008 found that teams that warmed up at least twice a week had 37% fewer training injuries and 29% fewer game injuries.
ACC and Touch New Zealand are doing a really great initiative here with the warm-up initiative that they've put through. It's going to keep you on the field, it's going to keep you active, it's going to prevent you from having those horrible back pains and injuries, so you can do the things that you love.
The Touch Fit 360 warm-up is for all levels. Whether you're a beginner or an athlete, the formula for injury prevention is the same.
Finding it really useful to go through the warm-up before each game, it's preventing injuries, and it's definitely giving me more energy.
There's been studies showing that these warm-ups can help reduce injuries, severe injuries by 50%, which is a massive number, and it's important so that we look after our health, look after ourselves, so that we can continue to play the sports that we love.
Definitely vouch for the benefits of doing a warm-up. I haven't been injured so far this season. I'm feeling really primed and ready to go when the game starts, and I think I'm just enjoying playing touch a lot more than I probably would without warming up.
The advantage of the Touch Fit 360 warm-up is that you don't need any equipment or specialist knowledge. It's a complete warm-up program for different levels. Head on over to our site and check it out.
Ai, ko te iri, ko te urunga tū, ko te urunga pai, ko te urunga mā tike, ko te urunga mā ranga, e hika mā matike maranga. And welcome to the 2020 Bunnings Warehouse National Touch Championship. We have a huge game coming up between Te Tai Tokerau and Whanganui in the under 16 boys grade. Ko te aorere pēwhairangi tōku ingoa. My name is Te Aorere Pēwhairangi, and we are joined by none other than the open mixed coach, Hika Pene. E Hika, we have a big game coming up.
Kei akurue, kei akurahi, tēnā koutou katoa, kei te tukatau te aorere. Big game, we've got a pakanga from Te Tai Tokerau taking on Te Awa Tipua. And those of us that have been around the traps, excuse me, the coach of Te Awa Tipua, I'm pretty sure he coached you back in the day there, Te Aorere.
Yeah, absolutely, around the Manawatu, Whanganui, Kapiti Horowhenua, Wellington areas. Dominic Pātea is a huge name. He coached a lot of us coming through the grades, and it's good to see he's still out here giving back, working tirelessly within this Whanganui touch community.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, and he's back coaching. He's been coaching, doing all sorts, running the Brooklyn Battle, and he's brought up a 16 boys team and just a couple of players to look out for. Tyler Edwards, number 4, in Whanganui, and also Pētara Koro. There'll be a couple of players to look out for. And on the other side, Te Tai Tokerau, look out for number 7, Unique. There's a lot of talk going around about this young player coming through, along with number 9 Riley and also number 11 Guy, which is Unique's a whanaunga brother there. So getting really excited, starting to heat up here. It's probably hit about the mid 25 degrees today there, Te Aorere. It's we need a fan.
Yeah, absolutely, and it doesn't help that there's no wind out there. Helps the players, but not us here in the subs in the booth commentating. But yeah, we mentioned Dominic Pātea, the Whanganui coach, but also looking over to the Te Tai Tokerau coach, also a stalwart in the touch community.
Yeah, Radonovich John, he's been around a long time. You normally see him in Whakatane, taking a young Galaxy team down there over the years, and also Jason Marsh, those tireless workers there. We've got Dean Anderson and Joe Christensen are the managers, and on the other side we've got Te Heru Koro, assistant coach, and manager is Michelle Edwards. And as you and I know you come from you got a lot of gold medals there, and with Auckland and Waitere, but the backbone's those managers, Te Aorere.
Absolutely, and we talk a lot about what's happening on the field, but we can't go past those who help behind the scenes, all our managers, even our parents that drive our kids to games, that bring our kids all the way from Whanganui to Auckland or from Te Tai Tokerau down to Auckland. So a huge mihi to everyone, not only the managers but all who are behind the scenes.
Yes. And here we have Whanganui taking on Te Tai Tokerau. It's the 16 boys game coming at you, and Whanganui are going from left to right on your screen. They're in the darker blue of the two teams. It's really, really hot up here, so you might need to put the old colour on the smart TV. But we're about to get tap off here. This is the 16 boys grade once again. In this grade, it's always super quick, Te Aorere.
Oh, absolutely. You see a lot of raw talent in this under 16 grade. As we see Whanganui with the first position here, going from left to right on your screen. Little dingo play there with the second phase off the short side. A nice long dive, and the ref has caught it. He piro tere. A quick try there, Hika.
Touchdown, and what a way to start it. And here's this play here, a little sweep come around the back, gets the ball, uses the speed, a low dive, and that's a touchdown. It's within the first 30 seconds of tap-off, and now Te Tai Tokerau get the right to reply. Man, if the game's going to be like this, Te Aorere, we're going to be in for a lot of touchdowns.
Absolutely.
Coming to you live from Bruce Pullman Park here in Papakura. Te Tai Tokerau just trying to draw out this Whanganui defence, and if you notice between the two middle players, they've got really good communication on defence. So Te Tai Tokerau, they're going to have to work these Whanganui middles. Touch just 7 metres out from the try line, right to left, over the top in the corner. But the winger, number 15 there for Whanganui, Edwini Wallace, he's up to the task.
Yeah, Coach Dominic Pātea will be happy with that. To defend that set after a try is very crucial. Followed by beautiful yards here. They've made their way over to the sub-box. Get some fresh legs onto the field.
Oh, the far touch judge hand goes up, and that's the signal. He's run out, so he's obviously run out trying to sub, but still had the ball in hand. But here we go. Te Tai Tokerau taking up the middle, what we call the 50, the middle of the field, and they just go nice and direct. And this is where John Radonovich will be happy with his team. Just bringing on the fresh legs now. We've got Unique. Just keep an eye out for number 7, along with number 9, Riley Ranui. A lot of big reps on these young boys. Oh, just ball security. You've got to still have secure that ball while you're moving through the field, Te Aorere.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen in the previous games ball security and ball control. Possession of the ball really is what wins games in this at this competition, because possession also translates to field possession, which means you have a lot more opportunity to strike, as Whanganui are doing now. Good defence there by Te Tai Tokerau.
Yes, I agree with you. So both teams have completed a set each, and then they've turned it over. So possession and completion of sets were big. So here we go. There's Ranui on the ball, just going forward. Te Tai Tokerau just still trying to find their way through early in this first half. But here he goes, Riley Ranui. And on the ball now we've got Unique. Just right, puts the ball and goes through the hands. Play on from the ref. So that's a nice set completion in the corner there. Whanganui are going to have to, turn and transition very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to kill the ball out by one of the sidelines, even though sometimes the objective isn't to score a try off every set, but to gain a bit of field position, as Te Tai Tokerau did there. So they'll be happy with that set.
And Te Awa Tupua, they're flowing like their famous awa as they come on. Fresh transition, and on the back end here, we've got a scoop. Just keeps his feet. Look at him go. He's got a bit of speed there. Late cut there. Oh, he couldn't quite handle it, but keys, that was Petara Koro. And we talked about number 13, Petara Koro, just before the game. So he's definitely getting injected early. And Dom's pulling out one of his cards.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where what you need off the back of good yards is to get your strikers on the ball. No doubt Doma would have been hammering that home to come off the back of yards with some attacking play.
Well, we know that Dom doesn't have a hammer in his hand, but he'll be definitely, with his words, he'll be hammering that one home. And here we go, straight the transition of Whanganui just seems to be that little bit quicker. and so it gets the Tai Tokerau team on the back foot. They're defensively, they're on the back foot straight away, and just those little 1%ers there, Taurere, they start ticking up and start proving big at the end of the game.
Absolutely. And that's what we've mentioned a lot today, is that transition to go from defence and turn it into attack. As we see Whanganui break the line there, but good covering, mirroring defence there by Te Tai Tokerau.
Yeah, young Keys Anderson, it looked like there on the wing there, and he's just taken a much-needed sub, so that's great work from the outsides of Tai Tokerau, but this is the part of the field we call it bailing too early. It's when you want to get off and just get some water and get a recharge, but those little characteristics could be the difference between the two teams, but I know Te Tai Tokerau, especially in the junior grades, they're always pretty strong at the back end of games. And here he goes again. Here's Unique on the ball. Wairehu, yes, checks off to number 4. Kaina Fiu Hemara. Touchdown there. Beautiful. So we talked him up a little bit at the start of the game, number 7, Unique. And, he's done us commentators, he's given us, made us look very good. But look at the ball. He's got speed, looking around, just trying to find the player open, and he finds Kaina Fiu Hemara. Te Tai Tokerau 1, Whanganui 1.
Yeah, that's a good transition from Te Tai Tokerau there. Defending their line, turning it into big yards, and then coming off the back of that with a scooping try. So we'll see what Whanganui have, how they'll answer.
This will be one of Dom's trick plays. So we've got Mikaere on the ball there, just checks off outside. And we like the look of Joshua Bergner, the big worker there. Just moving the ball. Look at that. Oh, unlucky. Just trying to move the ball quick. I really like the intensity of what they were trying to do. Here we have Te Tai Tokerau. Oh, and just that little defensive pressure forces an error. Oh, another little nifty, looks like a young Taurere there. Caleb Tano, number 5 there. And what do you reckon they got up their sleeve, Taurere?
Oh, I like their dingo plays they've been running. But what do I know, as they almost score off a quickie. But I like their dingoes and the sweep option that comes off of that. That link player deciding whether to go open side or to run that looping play.
Oh, a little play over the top left, or right to left. Yeah, Mikaere Petley set a really nice platform there, but Te Tai Tokerau, here they go again, this Unique. Oh, finding his man up the middle. Here he goes, Riley Ranui and Ranui. Ooh, these two got a nice combination. And Radonovich John, he'll be happy along with Jason Marsh. The Te Tai Tokerau boys, they've found their feet now. Just trying to bide a bit of time so this fresh injection of subs can come on, and here they go again. Beautiful ball movement, Taurere.
Oh, absolutely, and it goes to show what confidence brings to a team and to a player. There was a bit of nerves there in the first part of this first half, but look, Te Tai Tokerau has taken the bull by the horns, and they're just rolling now.
And here we go, gets the ball, just holds up the defence, and here's Tobias Marsh. Big, tall athlete, touchdown, and Te Tai Tokerau, they take the lead, 2-1.
And we've mentioned it before in previous game, there's some big boys in this under 16 grade.
Yes, well, I remember being a little fellow like yourself, and we used to look over there at the opposition and ask for birth certificates.
Yeah, absolutely. Bring 3 forms of ID next time, please.
He's got a beard. But here we go, back to the action, and what an awesome game. We're going end-to-end touch. We've just gone over, we've got 7 minutes remaining. Man, that time's gone quick, but here we go. Here's this dingo play Taurere was talking about between the two middle attackers. Dump on one of their middles and check the ball to a player that now becomes live and can score, and it's a really good play.
Yeah, you spoke about their end-to-end football that they're playing. It's a real credit to the referees in this first half. They're really opening up that 5 metres. It's almost 7 or 8 metres for the defensive line, and it's really bringing out this flair and this real open, expansive game of touch.
Oh, I totally total 100% there when you talk about the adjudicators out there. Yes, and it's got a huge gauge on the game, and you know, I know the old Matua out there, he's been around for years.
Absolutely.
And he's just gliding across the park But here we go, just like that. There's Riley Ranui. Here's Unique on the ball again. Once you start seeing these numbers in players, you start getting used to them. Here we go, Unique's going to get the ball. Just looking at his options. So just a bit of a timing issue. So they'll reset. Checks it back out again to Tiaki Kingi. Here he goes again, Unique. Just showing beautiful touch there. Nice touch. Yes, and I'll tell you what, you got to keep your eyes on Unique with the ball in hand. He's definitely a threat for Te Tai Tokerau.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like how he's bringing a bit of variation into his attacking. We saw a 32 loop there. That's our first one of the game. Even 10 minutes into the game, he's done a quickie, a 32 loop, dingoes. So he's bringing a lot of different attacking options to this Te Tai Tokerau team.
He's just a bit clunky on the back end of the set there, Whanganui. And this is where we will see, a little bit of fitness start kicking in. It's super hot out there, and probably more of us down the southern end of the North Island. We're used to the tropical heat, but not as much as Te Tai Tokerau. This will probably be a cool day in the far north. So they'll be definitely used to these temperatures. But once again, they're going to reset again. Liam Anderson there, just setting the platform. And yeah, another clunky finish. They're just so keen to get the ball now. So their postures, they're getting over the ball instead of, like you talked about before, just taking their time. Forward pass off the ruck. So that's timing. And that's what happens when you get a little bit tired. Unfortunately, dummy half gave it to a player that was in front of him. So we talked about it before, those teams that don't complete their sets, they're going to give Te Tai Tokerau another crack at the cherry.
Yeah, absolutely. And you spoke about teams being patient and that fatigue coming in towards the back of this first half. It also shows that these teams need to bring a lot of fitness, not only to play one game, but to play multiple games over a 3-day tournament and to step it up towards the back end of the tournament in those finals games.
Here's this combination again. We've got Riley with Unique. Yeah, they just need to take a breath, a little bit of composure here. So here's Unique. He's going to get the just so keen, eh? Reminds me of the old backyard trying to step your brothers. But here's Unique with the ball again. This is a lot better. They're just slowly setting up that platform. Unique's going to get the ball back here. I have no doubt that John's letting the boys know to just be composed. Here he goes again, just trying to draw out that Whanganui defence. Good defence by the Awa.
Absolutely, and this is a crucial attacking set for Te Tai Tokerau. They get rewarded with another attacking set, but it goes to show their style of play. They're slowing it down, they're dictating the pace of the game, they're throwing the ball around, which keeps the defensive line in two minds, and then they stop rolling. They come forward, they roll back, they come forward, and then they get penalised with the right foot. Oh!
That's our man. We were talking about Riley Ranui. I'll tell you what, I need to go have a chat with that young boy. And because I'm looking for some more divers for my diving team to get some kinna tomorrow. Whack, bang. There it is, man. He's going to get me a sack. Riley Ranui. Remember the name and remember that right foot.
Yeah, we spoke about the size of the boys in this grade. We've talked about how big they are, but sometimes in this game of touch, being agile, being smaller, being nippier, sometimes has its benefits. We saw him get dominated in a ruck there earlier on, but he comes back, he strikes back, and Whanganui answer with a pretty simple try.
And he's looked quite threatening earlier on, Caleb Tānoa. Look at him, just nice, balanced, cruisy young player, really, composed. Yeah, touchdown. And caught them napping.
That's it, and I like that style of play. It's a really... We see it a lot within the Australian teams. They play what's in front of them, even if they call a move, a dingo, or this or that. If the opportunity comes, they'll take it.
Here he is again, just on the ball. Got a nice, fresh combination. Anderson's got the ball. Oh, look at that. One hand, just plants it with one hand, picks it up. Lay James Tutaya through that pass. Here we go again, number 5 there, Kaina. Here might have... Yeah, back to Jaden Harris. Just going through the names. Some famous names from the far north there. Tēnā koutou. Yeah, here we go. Whanganui, they've managed to D them out without giving a back-to-back set or penalty away. Good work there by Caleb. Saw the defence rushing up. So I think you can feel that influence of Dom, that composure that he does add. He's quite a composed man.
Absolutely, he brings a calming sense into the team. He's a relaxed person himself, and that style that really reflects onto the field as Whanganui look for another attacking play.
Well, that's a great set because I've gone end to end now. They've defended, they've gone right down the other end, and now they're going to put some pressure onto Tokerau to get off their line, and there they go. They've turned it over, and that's all from full pressure. And I have no doubt that that's come from the sub-box from Dom. Just stick at the process, stick to the system, and pick up the pieces. And they score in the left-hand corner there. Beautiful touchdown there to JB Martin for Whanganui. And they put pressure on the defence. They got the ball back, gets the ball, looks up, and lost for numbers. And he touches down in the corner. And that's going to draw it right up just on half-time. 3-3 Te Tai Tokerau, Whanganui, and... man, we're starting to unearth some new talent we may not have seen before there, Te Aorere.
Absolutely, you see a lot of raw talent coming from these small Māori, predominantly Māori town, coming from your background with Otaki. You know, you've won so many championships in that mixed grade. I don't know what it is about these small Māori towns, but they just keep producing talent, and it's on display here in these Te Tai Tokerau and Whanganui teams.
And there it is, half-time, 3-3, Te Tai Tokerau, Whanganui, 16 boys.
So with your coaching background, Ehika, what are the words this Te Tai Tokerau coach will be giving their team?
I'd love to listen into this talk, and I think he'd be talking about the positive things that they're doing well. It does look like he's maybe just pointing out a couple of players, to set for. But I think the positive points that I can see is they didn't start too well. But once they found their feet and got down the back end, they got the right people, the likes of Unique and Riley, and those guys on the ball, then they started to make inroads to that Whanganui defence. And on the back end of Whanganui, they started well and finished well. So I have no doubt Dom's probably talking about that middle 7-8 minute mark is all they really need to tidy up. And if they can do that, they could probably push away. But I just got a feeling it's just one of those games that it's going to be the team that does complete the ball, just go end to end. It's not about scoring tries. There were patches when both teams got a little bit tired after defending for so long. So, I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the team that completes the most set and then puts defensive pressure on those first sort of 1 and 2 driving yards when they're trying to exit the field.
Absolutely, and that's the key word there is pressure. Just to hold on to the ball. You spoke about the 1%ers in that first half. Just the nice crisp passing, the nice dumping of the ball, just dictating the pace of the game, not getting too flustered and not letting the opposition dictate what you do, your pace, your moves. So I think you hit the nail on the head there, that the team that will take this game is the team who will build that pressure, and it's that idea of tai timu tai pari, that ping pong. You got to stay away from the ping pong. That's the
yes, tai timu tai pari, and it goes back to, I guess, Kaimoana, and we're looking for a couple more divers. We've found one. We've found our man Riley with the big right foot whack, Ranui. I think we'll give him that name.
Yep.
So he's definitely joined my kina diving team. Do you think he's good enough to go back to the East Coast, where the Pewhairangi are from, and join that team there?
Yeah, absolutely. He's welcome any day.
Oh, we've just unfortunately had a error on the tap-off.
Yeah, we're talking about the tai timu tai pari, but an error from Te Tai Tokerau in the second half, which welcomes not the tai but the river of Whanganui back into this game.
Yeah, look at them. They just look, beautiful. Just, looked a bit short.
But he sold it.
Yeah, just their energy. Hey, as soon as they got an opportunity, man, they took it. So here we go. He'll get the ball back straight away. He does dominate the ruck. Gets down. Oh no, man.
Yeah, look.
Money ball. That's why I'm not a black badge, and neither are you, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And Taika Waititi winning that Oscar there. He might be looking for some more actors into the future.
Throw our names in the hat too. Here we go, Te Tai Tokerau. So a little bit like the first half, they didn't start too well. Here's our man, Whanganui. There's Unique. Backdoor sweep. Oh, little trick play in between. Oh, watch out for... Here he is, man. Ooh.
And I remember,
Yes.
growing up, and you play the little fellas. It's scary.
Oh.
It's scary to defend, because
Toughest
how they
dudes.
move their bodies, a little jink, a little shimmy, and you've been whacked.
Yeah. I think too, when you come up against a player that you've never played and you're not too sure,
Yep.
that's it's sort of that the wow factor, that you're not
Absolutely.
expecting. But he's probably got a left foot on him too.
Yep.
But here we go, Whanganui. Oh, got away with that one. Just going forward. Oh yeah, nice little. That little. Yeah, he picked it up. You could just see it did look. We've got the beauty of the screen where we can see these line balls. Te Aorere.
Yeah, and we mentioned the referees in the first half, the ability to let the game flow. Great referees are referees you don't notice. And in this game, they've just done their job so well.
Been very consistent on that forward pass off the ruck. Here we go. It's some good energy here. Just need to find a bit of balance on attack, balance the field, make sure they're dumping the ball on the right player. So here we go again. Little outside ball. Oh, yeah, little Goosey. Oh, just held him up. Just held up the defender there. And here we go. We're going jab for jab, touchdown for touchdown. So he gets the ball with not much on, but he just stops. And the old Goosey. Touchdown there for Liam Anderson. He's been doing some good yards through the field there, Liam. And he's rewarded with a nice touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a bit of an old school move there. The trick's out, followed by the goosey.
Yes,
So
old Campese.
it's a nice play from Te Tai Tokerau.
Yeah, I like this young boy, number 5, Caleb Tanoa. He's just looks really calm on the ball, looks at his options, right to left over the top in the corner. Oh, beautiful touch there from the winger, Leigh James Tutaya. Yes, and that could be the difference, though, sort of you playing on the wing on this very field just to the right here, won a gold medal on the wing there, my mate. Those touchdowns, your team just loves seeing wingers pick those ones off.
Oh, absolutely. And they say, it's important to score a try, but it's even more important, or just as important, to save a try. And that's coming from good defence. You saw their links got up into that lane, which allowed that winger to release a little bit for him to go back man on. And we're seeing that kind of defence coming into the game now. The links getting a few steps up and just being in that lane.
Oh, yes. Unlucky there. Now, Te Tai Tokerau with that great D, they turned it over with a forward pass, and this is the set completion. That's a good touch. Beautiful touch there. He won so he made the touch, and then he got 2 steps ahead of the attacker, which we call winning the range. So that's a great touch there. Once again, they got some real hot steppers in this team from the far north, Te Tai Tokerau. On the ball now, Keys Anderson. The combination there. Petara. Petara's there with Mikaere Pedley. This is a bit of a combination that Dom sent out. Petara there off the left foot, going to go short side, looking for a mirror defence. And this is good defence. Te Tai Tokerau. Oh, but ball down. Got the ball and definitely looked like it was ball down. Touch and pass.
Yeah, ref has called.
He's called, so the attacking player has been called for holding the defensive player. And so that's great. That's great work from the officials, because everything's happening so quick. Hey?
Yeah, I can't say I've seen that before. The attacking player being penalised for holding.
Yeah, normally
it's usually
the defender.
It's usually you're trying to get away from the
normally
defender.
When you're playing that Auckland men's team. But here we go, Te Tai Tokerau. They've managed to get the fresh legs on. So the last team that were out there, they were out there for a long time. Yeah, Levin, he set up the last one. Yeah, this is a bit of a combination, and that's good consistency. I like that. They've got down. This is when you don't want to give away penalties on the 5th touch. Tell you it's a bit of a coach killer.
Yeah, coach killer. That's the perfect word for it. It just invites Te Tai Tokerau back into another attacking set. Went for the intercept there.
A good read too by Petara. Not only is he good on the ball, he's these good attackers, you know, when they're in defence, they sort of know what the attacker's doing. So he had a little bite at that one. We'll see if they run the same play again. Just in ref's time at the moment. Now, you know, a lot of these players, I look at young Riley, you know, a lot of them be 13 years old, 14 years old on the national stage. Their whānau will be watching this. So it's a beautiful day for some of these young athletes.
Absolutely, and they're holding their own out there, and not only to be on the national stage, but to also be broadcast live. It can be daunting, but all these players have stepped up to the mark. We spoke a little bit about nerves at the start of the game, but after the first 2 minutes of the game, everyone was into it, and we've just seen nothing but talent since.
Yes, and I must admit, haven't they held themselves well so far? You know, the discipline in between them and the officials also. You know, no one's answered back. They've just got on with the job. So it says a lot about both teams and both provinces.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a reflection not only of the players, but of the systems they've come through to not talk back. No doubt they've played IPS tournaments growing up, and now at the national tournament, they've been taught to, you know, just get on with the job. Sometimes you get 50-50 calls not go your way, but you just have to turn around and get on with the mahi.
And here's Tyler Edwards in the middle there on the ball, working in combo with Joshua, number 10. So this is another combo, and it's interesting. Dom's put this out now, which is 7 minutes in the second half. So he's definitely got a pep play from these two. Through he goes, calm as ever, left to right, in the right-hand corner, touchdown. And I tell you what, that's the class of the coach there in the far sub-box, Te Aorere.
Yeah, absolutely, and it becomes almost intrinsic. They say communication is really important in touch, but sometimes if you're played with a player for so long, sometimes it's just the eyebrows, or you give them the eyes or the lip or the turbo, and they already know what they're running, and this combination between these two players is really working for this Whanganui side.
Yeah, very interesting how he's held that combo up his sleeve right until this moment to get one ahead, and he'll want this group to, you know, defend out these Riley. And if you didn't know, man, you better watch out. He's going to come and get you. So here we go, Unique, and just working there. Oh, there he goes. Just need a reset there, rebalance. Oh, they managed to get another penalty out of that team, and we've got another player, Dean Christensen, who he's come into this combination. So here we go, Unique, get the ball back, got a bit of right foot, low dive. Oh, good touch. Yes, another good touch. I like the look of Tyler Edwards. We did talk about him at the start of the game. He was a player to watch. Definitely looks like he's got a big motor in defence. Oh, here's Whanganui. Is he going to get the ball back? A little follow play. They're pulling all the backyard tricks out, Te Aorere.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed that Whanganui likes to come off that right foot, so I'd like to see him come to the right here and take the outside lane and then step back into those savers. However, they've broken the line here, found an open winger, but the touch has been called.
I just like how Unique moves. He looks very cruisy, but he's actually running quite fast, deceiving.
Yeah, and I guess some people call that class. You can't really coach it. It's more, it looks like some people have more time with the ball.
That was O'Connor, another player to look out from Whanganui. Yes. So here we go, number 9 on the ball. Akiwa Koro. My apologies. Nice finish there by the winger. That's the set completion. And this is where you can just see they're starting to get a little bit tired. The transition is a bit slower as they move through the field. So these 1%ers just catch, drive, ruck, plant the ball without any errors. There's touch 2 and we're just coming to halfway. Here goes Riley. He's getting some reward for the good defence. Move the ball. If they can just see, if you look at Whanganui, that's good work. They're only sending up 1-2 defenders. There's a lot of space on the outside. So they could expose that later in the game, Te Tai Tokerau.
Yeah, an easy check can counter that sometimes, but they're doing it right. They're sending not only 1 point up, but 2 points just to shut down that checking option. And Whanganui,
Hey, Petara's back out there, Tyrone Lama, and here's Caleb Tanua. He looks very fit, number 5, off his left foot. Just going to try and find, was it a play through? He just made it back. Yeah, he's not even, doesn't even look tired, number 5.
And that was an impressive left foot. He not only whacked his person, but almost stepped the saver in one step.
Petara on the ball, just cruises through. Oh, this will be a penalty if they don't score. Yeah, touchdown. That's a good play on rule. It definitely looked like the defender held him that time, and the adjudicator was right there. So he just cruises through Petara. Takes his time, and then, number 4 there, Tyler Edwards, just manages to break free from the defence, and now they've kicked out to a 6-4 lead. Plenty of time on the clock. 3 minutes is a long time in touch.
Yeah, no doubt. They've put back their strikers. They put them back onto the field to get one back, to kind of play this ping pong. Here's this backdoor play they've been going to, and they have their dangerous players on the field.
Yeah, coming around again. Here's Unique. It's going to go through. Yeah, play through. Yes, great call. Excellent call there. He was offside. And these players, man, these big name players, they step up. So he comes around on a sweep play, gets the ball, heads up, has a look, and just dives down low. Yeah, and the Whanganui player, unfortunately, was just offside there, Mikaere. Still working hard there for Whanganui. And I just want to give a shout out to our Te Tai Tokerau winger, number 12 there, Nathan Christensen. He's been playing big minutes for Te Tai Tokerau, and man, he'd be loved being having a day off school at the competition.
Oh, absolutely. And we mentioned the people behind the scenes, not only behind the scenes off the field, but those on the field who do a lot off the ball. As we see a touch.
There he is.
And
Where's that man? Just rolled the ball there, young Nathan.
Yeah, we see our wingers do a lot off the ball, do a lot of talking, do a lot of directing, because most of these middle players, they're out on their feet. They're tired from all this running, all this defending, all this thinking. So sometimes a winger can also be an extra brain, I guess, out there on the field.
Totally. This is what I like to do more of, is check that ball, like you're saying, because the Whanganui defence are dropping off and they're getting a bit of a head start on the... he's got that nice little goose. He checks to the winger. We're going to tie it up here in the left-hand corner with 1:30 to go, Te Tai Tokerau. And if we go right down the other end to where young Nathan Christensen got involved in defence, and then he went to dummy half. But number 2, that's the second time old Liam's pulled out the Campese goosey.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Bay of Plenty clip that's been going around. I think it's Sound Pryor.
It is old
Come and get me, come and get me. And then he...
boom.
Goosey.
Yes.
But no, it's all drawn up here.
Oh, here we go. Petara's on the ball. Oh, and they're just going to walk. Oh! It's going to call the touch.
Called the touch.
Yes, it looked like he lost it. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what that call is. Not sure on the call there. It looked like he was either short or dropped it, but penalty. Oh, and here we go. This is that pressure play. Had the ball all drawn up, driving off their line. 38 seconds to go. Can they hold them out, Te Aorere?
They have the right people on there, attacking.
Now, you're out there. What would you be doing in defence? Would you be rushing? Would you be taking your time? What would be your strategy?
I'll take my time. I'd slowly roll off the line just so it gives them less attacking plays. But this Whanganui team strikes back at the depth, and that could be the game there, Hika.
Oh, yeah, and what a pass. Beautiful pass there, and what an excellent finish there also, JB Martin. But I'll tell you what, that game was probably the servants of a draw when it went end to end. But I think one thing Whanganui done really well was when they completed their sets, they added pressure in defence, and that's ultimately what got them the ball back in those dying seconds, and they were able to ice that one, 7-6.
Yeah, absolutely. Tēnā rawa atu koe, Hika. I whakatata mai mō tēnei whakapāhotanga. Here's our final score in this under-16 boys grade. Whanganui take it out against Te Tai Tokerau 7 points to 6.